This is Hylonomus Lyelli. It is an extinct reptile reaching around 20 centimeters from head to tail. It's quite slender and looks very much like any lizard today. It lived about 312 million years ago and is the earliest universally accepted sauropsid amniote. One of the earliest animals that was fully adapted to life on land was Hylonomus. It's found by the prolific Canadian geologist and knight John William Dawson in Joggins, Nova Scotia. That's in Canada. We're talking about Nova Scotia during the Pennsylvanian period. So, is it Pennsylvania or Nova Scotia? Pennsylvanian is just a term for the geological time period. Back then, in the late Carboniferous age, the area was full of tall club moss trees. They looked something like this. These trees got as tall as 30 meters and had diameters of 1 meter. These trees are pretty common on riverbanks of eastern North America. Fossils of Hylonomus have been found in hollowed-out stumps of these giant club mosses. Whether they fell in and got trapped, or if they like to make their homes there, is unknown. But the theory that most scientists like to go with is something like this. So first there's forests full of these trees, right? Every time the river floods the surrounding areas, it gets deposited large amounts of coarse sediment. Over time the trees die, topple over, and the stumps begin to rot. Hylonomus and other small amphibians hunted for food or took refuge in the hollow stumps. When floods came again, the stumps and whatever creatures were inside were buried together and fossilized. Speaking of hunting, Hylonomus was an insectivore and used its sharp teeth to feed on millipedes and other creepy crawlies. Hylonomus is a pretty cool fossil. It's found trapped in giant trees, is the earliest sauropsid amniote, and is well adapted to the environment of its time. It's also found in Nova Scotia, Canada. It's already the provincial fossil there, but I think it's a good candidate for being Canada's national fossil.